So there is this sort of belief or understanding in the RPA community, if you will, that if you go into an implementation scenario with a proof of concept, like an initial POC, that in the long run, when you get into the implementation phase of all the various use cases that you want to automate, that generally makes the process smoother. Do you have any comments on this? Did you have a POC initially, or did you go straight into implementation?
We did, for a couple of our basic processes, we did a POC, but then we partnered with MM, and there we gave ourselves and MM a challenge as well, because that is something that our requirements were completing the whole value chain of our incident management, complaint handling, and a few more other things. So that is where we had the processes had to be designed. We have a large, diverse technology stack, and it had to touch upon our technology stack as well, which have different sets of data which had to be looked into, as well as closing the loop on the incident part as well. So we implemented robocalls, we implemented a lot of other escalation metrics, how things need to be handled. So I think it was a challenge given to MM, and I think they did a pretty good job in the end, right?
Good to hear. Good to hear. So on the process side, oftentimes we find that when we are in the process of implementing, before we implement, whilst we're doing the sort of business analysis side of things, when we're trying to figure out what the process is, so what does the human operator do in a specific use case? Where do they click? Where do they go? What do they pull? What decisions do they make? We sometimes find ourselves in a situation where our BA is sitting there going, why are we scratching our ear like this when we could be scratching our ear like this? Or like this, sorry. And we end up having to re-engineer the processes. Did you have any cases of that in your implementation experience?
Yeah, a lot, because we are used to business process re-engineering.
Right.
So we have actually transformed parts of our business by actually completely revamping our business processes. So when we were partnering with MM, that was the first thing that we wanted to do. That if we are monitoring or we are handling our customers in a particular fashion, then we are not supposed to. If you're not supposed to do like this, if that is not the optimum way, then we shifted that way, and the residual stuff was left to the RPA to do.
So that's like a multi-factor optimization, isn't it? Like you optimize the process and then you automate it.
Yeah, and that is where MM also helped us a lot in providing us that support and consultancy and experience as well.